Pablo asked. Why? Why are you leaving now? Gaviria answered, because staying with you means death, and I don't want to die anymore. In 10 minutes, Gaviria will walk out of that room. In 3 months, he'll be found dead by Pablo's enemies. And that night, Pablo will learn his greatest lesson. Sometimes to protect people, you have to let them go. This is the last conversation between two friends. If you're enjoying this story, we post new Pablo Escobar stories every single day. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of them. Now, to understand how a 30-year friendship ended in 10 minutes, we need to go back to the beginning of that night. 1992, Medellin, a secret safe house in the mountains. 11 p.m. Pablo Escobar isn't sitting alone. There's a man with him, Gustavo Gaviria, El Limon, Pablo's cousin, his right hand, his closest friend. Pablo and Gaviria have been together since childhood. They grew up in the same neighborhood, committed their first crimes together. When they made their first money, they celebrated together. When the cartel was founded, Gaviria was right beside Pablo, reliable, loyal, smart. But tonight is different. Gaviria looks tense. He's not talking, just sitting, rubbing his hands. Pablo notices. Gustavo, Pablo says. Is something wrong? Gaviria raises his head, looks at Pablo. There's something in his eyes, fear, sadness, mixed. Pablo, Gaviria says slowly, I need to talk to you. Pablo leans back. This tone is unfamiliar. Gaviria never talks like this. I'm listening. Gaviria takes a deep breath. I can't do this anymore. Pablo frowns. Can't do what? This, all of it. The cartel, the war, running, hiding, living every day in fear of death. I can't do it. Pablo leans forward. His voice is calm, but there's tension underneath. Gustavo, what are you saying? I'm saying. Gaviria raises his head, his eyes filling with tears. I can't be with you anymore. The room freezes. Seconds pass. Pablo doesn't move, just stares. What did you say? You heard what I said, Pablo. I can't be with you anymore. I have to go. Pablo stands up. His voice rises. Leave? Where are you going to go? You can't run from us. You can't run from me. I know, Gaviria says calmly. But I have to try. Because staying here is certain death. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Pablo throws his hands in the air. We've always been in danger. For 10 years. Why now? Why are you leaving right now? Gaviria stands up, approaches Pablo. Because Pablo, 10 years ago we were winning. Now we're losing. Search block is getting closer every day. Los Pepes is cleaning the streets. Cali Cartel is waiting. And the government won't make a deal with you. You know this. I know, Pablo shouts. But I won't give up. Never. I know you won't give up, Gaviria says. That's why I'm leaving. Because you'll fight until you sink. And I don't want to sink with you. Pablo staggers backward, as if he's been punched. He sits in the chair, puts his head in his hands. 30 years, Pablo says quietly. We've been together for 30 years, like brothers. I have no one closer than you. Gaviria sits down, next to him, beside Pablo. I know, Hermano, and that's why this is so hard. Pablo raises his head. His eyes are red. If you were really my brother, you wouldn't leave? Gaviria smiles, a painful smile. If I wasn't really your brother, I would have left long ago. But I stayed. I stayed for you. Until now. But now, I can't anymore, Pablo. I can't protect you, Pablo says. I always have. You can't protect anyone, Gaviria says softly. Not even yourself. We change houses every day. We sleep in a different place every night. We can't see our families. We can't see our friends. This isn't life, Pablo. This is just trying to survive. Pablo is silent because Gaviria is right, and Pablo knows it. So what will you do? Pablo asks. Where will you go? I don't know, Gaviria says. Maybe Panama, maybe Argentina, far away, very far. A new life, a new name. They'll find you, Pablo says. Cali, Los Pepes, the government. They'll all know, and they'll come. I know, Gaviria says, but at least I want to try. Staying here is 100% death, leaving maybe 90%. But that 10% hope is worth trying for. Pablo nods. He understands. When? Now, Gaviria says. Tonight. Pablo is surprised. Tonight? That fast? It has to be fast, Gaviria says. If I think about it, I'll change my mind. And if I change my mind, I'll die. Pablo stands up, walks to the window, looks outside. Dark mountains, city lights in the distance. Can I ask you something? Pablo says without turning. Of course. Take care of my family. And if something happens to me, Maria, Juan Pablo, Manuela, take care of them. Gaviria nods. I promise. Pablo turns, looks at Gaviria. And one more thing. Tell me. Forgive me. Gaviria is surprised. Forgive what? I brought you into this life, Pablo says. I started it. You followed. And now you're running, because I can't protect you. Gaviria stands up, approaches Pablo, holds his shoulders. Pablo, listen to me. You didn't bring me into this life. I chose it. Every step, every decision, I chose. We chose together. And I have no regrets. Never regretted it. But now I need to choose something different. I need to choose life. Pablo nods, tears streaming from his eyes. I'll miss you, Hermano. I'll miss you too, Gaviria says. He's crying now too. Every day. They hug each other. A long, tight embrace, the last embrace of a 30-year friendship. Then Gaviria pulls back, takes something from his pocket, a small photograph. Pablo and Gaviria, young, in their 20s, smiling. Keep this, Gaviria says. Remember me. Remember the good days. Pablo takes the photograph, looks at it, smiles. I'll always remember. Gaviria walks to the door, his hand on the handle. He stops, turns. Pablo? Yes? Be careful, please. Take care of yourself. You too, Pablo says. Gaviria opens the door, steps out. The door closes. Pablo is alone, in the room, in silence, holding the photograph. That night, with a 10-minute conversation, a 30-year friendship ended. 3 months later, Gustavo Gaviria was killed in Medellin by Cali Cartel men. He ran from Pablo, but couldn't run from his past. When Pablo heard the news, he said nothing, just looked at that photograph and cried. Because Gaviria was right. Staying with you meant death, but leaving also meant death. That night, Pablo Escobar learned his greatest lesson. Sometimes to protect people, you have to let them go. But sometimes letting go isn't enough either. The last conversation between Gustavo Gaviria and Pablo Escobar lasted 10 minutes. But those 10 minutes sealed the fate of 2 men. Friendship, loyalty, brotherhood, all were important. But sometimes life is stronger than friendship.